Hiya, friends. I'm back with another Lafufu blind bag opening for you. Hopefully you haven't gotten tired of these yet. We've got one, The Monsters Have a Seat, and another, The Monsters Big Into Energy. I'm pretty excited to see what we got today. As I mentioned in the previous video, I don't really care how much these look like the original Labubus. I'm hoping for some choice, mis-sewn, misglued, misattached creatures. And in the spirit of that, I've included some guys in the background here, particularly this guy, which, you know, if you break it down by its parts, this crate is kind of like a Labubu. It's got his little vinyl face, his little vinyl hands, and the rest of him is sort of indeterminate plush. That's what we're going to go with. So he's keeping us company today. I'm going to be opening the Have a Seat bag first. Oops. As previously mentioned, these are definitely not real Labubus. So we're not going to bother with opening the box. We've got some really cute options in the Have a Seat sets. I'm a big fan of the sort of more squinty eyes. I always take it as they're smiling so big, they can't help but close their eyes. A big, big smile. Very sweet. And then, of course, the wacky wide-eyed guys. I don't think I've actually opened any of these Have a Seat sets, so this will be the first. Let's check it out. All right. Hey. He's so cute. I believe in the actual Labubu set, this is one of the rares or the secrets. Wow, that left eye, or I guess right eye. You know, no judgment. No judgment here. Judgment-free zone. We're just going to appreciate how cute. This one actually does come with a little translucent sort of character card. Duo. All right, let's take a closer look at him. Right off the bat, just like the others we looked at, some serious application of blush. This eye is definitely a little lopsided from the other, but we are all God's creatures. Or something. Let's fix these feet. Oh. Well, I was going to say that we could have straightened this head out a little bit, but it does not swivel. So this is what we get. Let's see if it sits. Maybe that was user error. Let's try that again. Okay. So, depending on how we're grading this guy, which is to say, really not at all, he can at least, as his toy line suggests, have a seat. I will say this fabric is incredibly soft to the touch. Feels like a very high grade plush fabric, faux fur. It's very nice. His head's a little bulbous, you know. Gotta fit that big brain somewhere. Got like a passable Pop Mart, which we don't really care about that. And I don't know if the originals are meant to have something on this other foot, but his is Blink. It definitely, it's giving me a goth with no eyebrows. And honestly, we love her for that. It's fashion, so. Oh. Maybe a little makeup remover might do something for that. This little keychain clip is definitely smaller than the typical one, but the tag looks pretty nice. Could definitely swap this out. Ears are pretty much just straight up and down. Classic bunny look. Man, these feet with almost no fiddling. Just, they want to be upside down. Overall, a pretty good approximation of a Labubu, I would say. Okay, let's let this guy have a seat back here. Okay, let's take a look at this big into energy we've got here. I'm hoping to get one that I haven't seen before, which I think there are only 3 that I personally haven't seen. And that's these 3 across the bottom. I think this one's name is Love. I believe this is the secret one named Id. I don't recall this one's name, but big into energy. Well, maybe we just saw some spoilers. Let's dig right in. Oh, I see pink. Let's get in there. Yeah. Oh boy. I can, just from the feel of it in my hand, it's a strange thing if you've ever held a particularly unique Lafufu. You can almost instantly feel that it's built different, if you will. Obviously, we've got some visual clues here. Let's see if we can get that in focus. The nose isn't quite where the nose indentation is meant to be. teeth are getting away from us a little bit. Very cute. Okay, the hand is here on the left side, but the arm is unusually shaped. So it kind of tilts back this way. This tag, it almost feels like paper, like a waxed paper. Definitely a cheaper tag than some of the nicer ones I've seen. Let's see. Oh. I don't recall Love, which I think is this one's name, being quite so modeled or ombre as this one. But overall, it's pretty cute. Definitely a little wonky. And this arm is sort of in an upward, high, waving position. Well, I could have said, just from that little peek at the top of the bag when we first opened it, that these ears were a little, scuffed. Oh, camera really wants to look at Gillian Anderson, and who can blame them? But as you can see, I'm not sure if the fur was actually sewn in on the seams, but there's really no plush, loose faux fur up here to stick out like you would expect. Same here. I am certainly no seamstress, but it seems like there would be ways to get around that. Tag is quite short. No ring was included on this one. Definitely quite a visible hairline, which I think is somewhat better covered in some of the other Lafufus that we've seen. Not quite so prominent. Oh man. You can see where the guide for however they applied that blush just abruptly ends here. I guess the fur was meant to cover it a little bit more. This one's definitely a little more chopped. The fur doesn't feel quite as nice as the have a seat one, or as some of the other big into energy ones that John and I have opened. Oh, looks like maybe some of the thread is pulling loose a little bit back here. There's definitely a little bit more face shape on this side, and this one just sort of abruptly ends, almost to the point of the face sticking out on this side past the plush. It's very interesting. Yeah, look at that. How strange. We've got sort of a somewhat legible Pop Mart stamp there. Definitely doesn't look like the real thing. And then maybe that's their attempt at the UV reactive. Hard to say. Even here in person, it's difficult. Well, this guy is great. I think this one definitely meets the guidelines of my requirements of a messed up Lafufu. I will treasure him. Or her. Or them. Let's take a look at both of them together. It's interesting looking at them next to each other how even if you more or less line up the arms and face, the scale of the legs is so different. The ears are much longer on the big into energy. Interesting. Do you think these two guys would be friends? I would watch a buddy cop show about two Lafufus just trying to make it in the world. Overcoming adversity like mis-sewn seams, strangely shaped legs, noses not being where they're supposed to. All right, let me set these back here real quick. As an exciting treat, I also have a pack to open. Hiboreian Gates, the game where magic and technology meet. It's got a cool old sticker there. "15 cards, including one gate card and one pyramid card. 1995. Cards Distribution, Inc. I'll admit this to you guys. I kind of love when companies do this. Just add a Z. Or okay, let's take a look at the other side. Look for randomly inserted cards found only in Hiboreian Gates limited edition booster packs. I imagine those trade-in offers are probably off the table at this point. All right, let's open it up and see what we get. I'm pretty excited. Give us a little breathing room there to open this bad boy up. Her first card, Alisandra, Hiboreian companion. Let's take a look at the back. Oh, right. These are actually a playing card game. So the back should be the same. Ooh, retailer information. I'm guessing they probably aren't in business. That would be pretty cool, though. Gotta register our store to be a retailer. I might have to look that up. Oh. Might have to lightly blur this one. So that might be a little saucy for YouTube. Lightning Daughter. What does that say? Osiren Companion? That is some gorgeous art. Way to go, Julie Bell. Okay. Lightning Striker. Gaian Magic. Oh. The Rider. Asgard Trooper. That's funny. Got a fancy guy with a bow tie and is that a laptop? Interesting. Some kind of, let's see, 1995, so that was some sort of futuristic communication device. Glitz. Power Surge. Energy Mountain. Whoa. That might be okay for polite company. It's certainly a choice, stylistically. Strength bonus. Vortex Tactics. Looks like we've got a Hell's Gate, but only with one L? Oh, this is our pyramid card. Gonna flip it over. Oh, we've got a couple. So I'm not really sure the purpose of these cards in the game, but I have punched a couple out and built them, and they're just a cute little pyramid. Just check that they're the same. Oh, this one's like a crazy red pyramid. That's pretty cool. Surge Protector. Atlantean Companion. I guess this is meant to evoke like tidal surge or sea incoming waves, and not the electrical device that you plug your appliances into. Fangs! Okay, that's a really cool creature. It says flip. Nope. Okay, I took that symbol to mean that there was something on the back of the card, but more the fool am I. Weapons Masters. Big Conan vibes there. Osiren Trooper. It's interesting. I expected this from this card game, but I didn't expect modern vibes. Like, this looks like something straight out of a 90s action movie. Red Slayer. Bugle of the Vortex. You know, if you told me that one of these cards would be a person in jorts with a bugle, I'll be honest, I would not have believed you. And I would have been proven wrong. Last one. Lady of Ice. Atlantean Trooper. She's definitely got 90s hair. And I mean that complimentary. Cool. Well, thanks for looking through all of these interesting cards with me. Like, okay, that's just a businessman, right? Like, that's just a guy. How do this guy... Let's see. Yeah. Like, do these two guys hang out after work and get a beer? Like, what's the dress code situation? I'm perplexed and intrigued. Yeah, okay, you can't tell me that these two guys are both walking around on the same plane. I'll need to investigate more. Well, as I said, thanks for hanging out with me while I opened some Lafufus and a pack of cards. Give you guys one more side by side of these beauties. Well, stay safe out there. Try and put some kindness into the world if you can. A little joy into somebody's life can go a long way. And these guys have brought me some joy today, so hopefully watching this video brought a little joy into your life too. Until next time.